Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side for now. And one of the daytime TV shows that we're actually, no, it's kind of a digital daytime drama. It's another online series. This one's called Indoor Boys. But before we get into that, so I've got to tell you. So, you know that, okay, so I am in Fall River, Massachusetts. Um, one of my favorite movies of all time, besides Xanadu, is The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Uh, and if you haven't seen the original movie, you've got to see it. It is so good. But in addition to that, I just found out that there's this documentary called, I think it's called like From Frock to a Rock, and it's the story of how the movie was made and where Australia was at the time that this movie was made. And it's interesting to see that, in some ways, Australia is ahead of the United States in many ways, but in many ways, they're kind of behind the United States. And especially when it comes to recognizing gay people, they're certainly behind the United States, that's for sure. Because, our we had that era of sexual hedonism around the late 70s, and the early 80s was the onset of the AIDS epidemic, where it was like, I would say probably mid to late 80s, early 90s in Australia. So it's pretty crazy. But anyways, the documentary is narrated by Terrence Stamp, who played Bernadette in the movie. They got all three of the actors. They got Hugo Weaving. They've got Guy Pearce, who I did not know was actually a really big soap star in Australia at the time that he made that movie. How fierce would it be if anyone from any of our American soap operas would do a role like Felicia Jolly Goodfellow in The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert? That would be incredible. Now, see, that's one way that Australia is kind of ahead of this country. I mean, but then again, we have gay people on almost every single show, so it's interesting. It's just something to think about. But anyways, if you get the opportunity, look up that, I think it's called From Frock to a Rock on YouTube. Oh, sorry. God, my arm is killing me. Okay. So this will be my last episode here for now. I'm going to have a drink. I need to wet my whistle. I'm a little bit thirsty. I'm having my truly spiked and sparkling lemon and yuzu soda. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. I'm probably going to belch now because I had some of that sparkling water. Oh well. Oh well. Like it would be the first time you've heard me belch. Okay. So, Indoor Boys. Episode 2, right? Okay. So, episode 1, I didn't really know their names. Oh god, I'm still not 100% sure of the characters' names, but I believe that Wesley Taylor's character is named Luke, and Alex Weiss's character is named Noah, I think. And that actually, that's kind of interesting because those are both very biblical names if you think about it. So that's kind of interesting that they're in this little gay web soap opera. It's kind of interesting. But like I said, remember, the episodes of this series are extremely short. They're only 8 minutes long, right? So this episode, we saw a hookup it started out with Alex Weiss's character, I want to say Noah, cooking breakfast. And I'm not going to lie, it looked good. It looked really good. I was like, oh man, he can cook me breakfast. Fucking come live with me. Shit. You can have the bedroom in Las Vegas. I will take the couch. It's all good. It's a pull-out couch. It's all good. So he's cooking breakfast, and this guy comes over. Well, this guy comes up the stairs with Luke, And he's like, because he had just spent the night with Luke. Now, it came out that they had spent the night together in Noah's bed. Is it really? What is his name? Is his name? I'm going to look up and see if his name is Noah. I really think it is. I'm just going to. Well, you know what? I'm trying to look up in my iPad. I'm looking up the characters' names. I'm looking up the actors' names. And the reason why we know who these people... Well, I didn't actually know who Wesley Taylor was because I am not a New Yorker, so I don't see too much theater. I would if I could. He doesn't, do any of the circus shows, so it's not like he's playing Vegas. But now that I know of him and know, that him and Alex Weiss are known for a lot of theater, except Alex Weiss is better fucking work. He's working in Iron Fist, and he's working all over the place. So kudos to you. That's fierce. Okay. So Nate, not Noah. Oh, okay. His name is Nate. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. So Nate is cooking breakfast for Luke, right? I think Noah would have been a better name because then they would have been both biblical characters, but whatever. Anyways. So Nate is cooking breakfast for Luke and the trick comes out. And at first I was like, oh my God, is that guy gay porn star Wesley Woods? It's not, but it looks a lot like him. Like a lot like him. Yep, here it comes. Excuse me. Yep, sorry. There's that Truly soda right there. Okay, so it looks like Wesley Woods, and I thought, oh my God, but then it from other angles it didn't, but just from certain angles he really does look. Again, the reason why I thought that was because, on the other digital show that I'm doing, East Siders, I know that Colby Keller, who's another famous gay porn star, he appears later on in the series. I haven't got to that episode yet, so I was thinking, oh, well, maybe Wesley Woods is going to show up on Indoor Boys, but that isn't the case. Now, in this episode, Nate's not that likable, to be perfectly honest with you. He is kind of throwing shade at the trick, but I think the trick was a go-go boy, and I couldn't remember his name if it fell out of my lap. The Wesley Woods, the one that looks like Wesley Woods. And he's, not the brightest bulb in the box, so he's completely oblivious. And, Nate is going so far as to bring up Luke's ex, and, you guys would never be together, and he's husband material. And, it was really, really kind of, it was sort of upsetting because, listen, I've been Nate many times in my life. I don't know if I would I haven't... Okay, wait. Let me take that back. I've been Nate in certain aspects, but when I had my male roommates, whether it's Brandon Baker, who I lived with in Vegas, or Shane, my boy from Japan, I'd never had to worry about them taking home a boy that I was into, or if I was into them, but I was never really into either one of them, so that's not really the issue. But I've never had to worry about them taking home a boy that I was into and sleeping in my bed with them. No. No. You best believe that if I came home and this was back in 1998, if I came home and saw Shane in my bed with some other boy, I'd be like, oh, you have your own bed. Get the fuck out of my room. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that would never happen to me. But I've been Nate in the respect that I know what it's like to like someone and have them completely lead you on, not like you back. I have far too much experience in that arena, unfortunately. But it's okay. So Luke basically gives Nate this signal that they need to get rid of this guy. So he makes up some story, and then they shove him out, still no shirt on. I don't even think he's wearing shoes, but he's got his shoes and his shirt in his hand, and they're like, bye. And so then they end up leaving him. outside. Wow, ooh, 2 belches from 1 drink. Wow, okay. Anyways, so that's kind of it. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing how the characters progress in the future. So thank you so much for logging on today. And you can find Indoor Boys at indoorboys.tv, or you can find the Indoor Boys channel on Vimeo, because that's where it's on. It's on Vimeo, which is YouTube's cooler older cousin. No, he's not older. He's more younger, like his cooler younger cousin, right? Anyways, thank you for logging on. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can I know this looks like a glamorous dressing room, but it really isn't. It's my hotel room here in Massachusetts. Thank you so much for logging on. So you can hashtag Indoor Boys to talk Indoor Boys with me, or you can also hashtag Days or DOOL to talk Days of Our Lives. I'm doing that next. Ooh, I've got a lot to talk about. And you can hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day. Alrighty, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.